Hey everyone, we're here in Portugal checking out this shipping container cabin. It's set on top of a hill and it has an incredible view overlooking the ocean. And it was built with 3 used 20-foot long shipping containers. It's completely off-grid, so it uses solar for power. They collect rainwater for the sink, toilet, and shower. And the hot water is also heated with the sun. So let's go take a look inside. So the cabin was built basically by putting 2 shipping containers lengthwise, and those are the 2 that are just facing the ocean, and then there's 1 in the back going widthwise. And then the 2 that are placed lengthwise have the inner walls of the container removed. So that creates a really nice open concept living space. And then the windows were framed in at the front where you can open the doors of the container and get a fantastic view. So everything in here is powered with solar. It's not a very big system, so you do have to be mindful of how much power you're using and how much sun there is available. So the TV, the fridge, the lights, and the small 12-volt charging station here are all powered with solar. The container cabin was insulated with Roxol, then framed and finished with drywall. And you might be able to notice that there's a big surfing and beach theme in here. The owner is an avid surfer, and this is kind of his surfing paradise retreat. We are in Portugal, so the weather here is pretty mild. The winters don't get that cold, so generally you don't need to heat that much. But there is a small heater here. It's a kerosene heater. We've never used one of these before. It does have a bit of a smell to it, but it does provide pretty good heat. Everything in the bathroom runs like it would in a regular house. So there's a shower, toilet, and sink. The only difference is that everything is using rainwater. And for hot water, there's some black tubing coiled on the roof of the container, and that's what provides hot water. So it has to be a sunny day to get hot water, and if you're going to take a shower, you're probably going to need to take it in the afternoon so that the water has time to heat up in the hose. And all the waste from the sinks, shower, and toilet go into a filtration pit that's on site. So it's not connected to any city or municipal sewage. This place has a small bedroom in the back, and there's also a pull-out couch in the living room so it can sleep 4 people. In the kitchen, there's a small bar fridge here that runs off solar. There's also a 2-burner cooktop that runs off propane. And like I mentioned before, the sink uses rainwater. The rainwater is not filtered before coming into the house, so you do have to bring in the drinking water. There's also another full wall of windows here. On a nice day, you can also open these container doors and get some light and a nice view from the kitchen. So all the rainwater gets collected off of the roof of this shed over here. So there's gutters all around and they drain into that pipe there. And that goes into a massive underground water tank that's just over there next to the container. So the main water tank is here underground. The yellow hose here goes into there and that's bringing in the rainwater. The water is pumped up into that container that's on top of the mechanical shed. And that feeds water through gravity to the main container cabin. So like I mentioned earlier, it's not a huge solar power system. There's one 230 watt panel here, and that can be moved around, and I think in the summer it's placed on top of the container. And then there's 2 batteries for a total of 180 amp hours. And there's also a 1500 watt inverter. And the batteries and the inverter are all in the mechanical shed separate from the main container. We spoke a bit with the owner and he told us that the reason why he picked shipping containers as the building blocks for this cabin is that they're actually designed to be shipped across oceans and they're designed to survive a marine environment. They're built with Cor-Ten steel, which can actually rust, and the rust creates a protective patina, so it doesn't weaken the steel, it actually protects it. So his idea was that shipping containers would be the most durable option considering the location where he was building. We found this place on Glamping Hub when we were looking for a place to stay in Portugal, so I'll put a link to that in the description of the video if you want to check it out. So if you're looking for a rustic off-grid experience and you're into surfing, this is pretty much the most beautiful and perfect place we've ever seen for that. If you want to see more videos about shipping containers, we've got a lot of good stuff in our playlist, so you can check those out. Also subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.